Hi guys, Melissa here. Welcome back to my watercolor workshop. I'm going to be doing a review slash comparison with the Koi watercolor pocket field sketchbox and the Winsor Newton Cotman sketchbox. They're very similar, almost interchangeable, but there are some differences. So there's also a ton of videos about these products also. But here's my little 2 cents on them. So this Koi that I've had for quite a while. It's the 24 color sketchbox. It comes with a tray that you can take out and move around, which is really nice because they have 5 different little spots here. Also, it comes with a watercolor brush. I can't find the exact one that this came with, but this is essentially the same thing. It's just a different size brush. The actual brush this comes with is a bit smaller. But to put it away, you just unscrew it and put it right in there, and it folds down nicely. So it's a really cute little sketch box to have. Let's see, at Blick online, it's the list price is $35.99, but they sell it for $23.99. The $36 price range is pretty typical, I think, but you can also use coupons if you go to Michael's or Joann's or wherever you might find it. As far as just a bottom dollar price line though, I mean, Blick, their prices are really good, and then if you can actually use a coupon or find something on sale, not many prices out there are going to be less than Blick. So there's just my little opinion on that. So yeah, this is a 24 color sketch box, and I'm going to show you the Cotman. The Winsor Newton Cotman opens like this. It also comes with a little brush. This is a size 5 short handle, so it can fit in there. When you open it up, you have, let's see, 5 little spots for color. This also comes out and you can put on the side for a little bit of water. This also pulls out, which is pretty cool, and I have some additional paints in there right now. But so this has got a really nice layout. You can put your thumb in here, you can put your water here. You've got plenty of space for mixing washes and whatever you need. Let's see, at Blick, this retails at $36.99 and it sells for $22.86. So like a dollar difference there. The one main difference between these is the amount of colors you get. So you get 24 in the Koi and 14 in the Winsor Newton. I'm not sure. It looks like the colors are actually a little bit bigger than they are in the Koi. But, you know, if you have these colors, you can essentially mix whatever colors you need. So that's not a big deal. Alright, so let's give these a bit of a run through. I'm going to use my, let's see, these are silver black velvet watercolor brushes. I got these at Blick also. I don't have the prices available, but I'll when I do my video on my brushes, I will. So I'm just showing you what I'm using to test the colors for now. So let's get going. I'm gonna use, now this is my number 6, and the paint on this started coming off within the first couple days of me getting it, and I should have sent it back, but I didn't. And as you can see, none of the other brushes have an issue with that, so I must have just got like a faulty brush. So just let you know, that's what's up with that. I do try and take really good care of my watercolor brushes because some of them are rather pricey. So let's see, I'm going to use my number 8. We'll start with yellow. Nice and vibrant. So there's the yellow. Let me take this down here. Let's go with the orange, the bright orange. I don't want to do all the colors because there's only 14 in the Winsor & Newton. So let's do this orange. The one thing I've noticed with the koi is they are a little more opaque and more paint-ish, I don't know, than Cotman. Cotman has the more translucent type of effect that watercolors have. I also have a sample where I painted a couple pictures with the different paints. I'll show you in a second. So here's the red. I mean, they're absolutely worth the money, and if you're just getting into watercolor and experimenting, I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with picking these up. They also have a size or a set of 12. I saw that on the Blick website also. I didn't write down the price or anything, but they did have a set of 12 for the koi. Nice thing about the koi and the Winsor & Newton Cotman is you can find them almost anywhere. You don't have to order them online. I have some really cool, they're from Greenleaf and Blueberry. I bought them on Etsy. They're handmade paints. They're really cool. I'm going to do a video on those. So as you can see, these paints have a great color to them. They're vibrant. They have a good feel. You know, they're like I said, if you're looking for some kind of watercolors, if you make cards and you want to make some of those watercolor effects that people have started doing, absolutely, these are well worth the investment. And I'm sure, because it happened to me, I'm sure you're gonna fall in love with watercoloring and look for more and more things that you can do with it. It's definitely something that'll keep you busy. So there's a really dark blue. This doesn't come with names for the colors, so that is a bit of a downfall, to me anyways. I mean, I made myself a little color chart that I can refer to, but it does help to know the name of the color that you're using or whatnot in case you want to find it. I don't know. Names help. So here's a really, this would almost be like a, I don't know, maybe a Viridian. I don't know. This is what it kind of looks like. Here's what would be, I would think, the yellow ochre. Oh, I got some red in it. Okay. So here's what would be somewhat of a yellow ochre. And then if you wanted to turn that into a skin tone, I would say a little bit of red. Maybe too much red. But I like to make my skin tones in washes first anyways. So here we go. Looks like English red type of color. Let's see what the black looks like. Black is pretty good. Alright, so there's the koi. sketch box. We'll take a peek at them again once they've dried. So there's what those look like. Now let's get into the Winsor & Newton. That aside. So I'm going to close it up a little. I'm going to use the same brush. And we'll start with the yellow. Let me try and somewhat follow this color chart. Alright, so got to make sure we have clean water for the yellow, for sure. Okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure I have you guys in view. Okay. So there's the yellow. Here's an orange. This orange doesn't seem to be quite as bright as the orange from the koi. Looks more like a dark yellow. There are there are names, obviously, for the Winsor & Newton colors, because they came wrapped individually. The pans came wrapped individually, just like they would if you bought them individually. So it had the name and, you know, all the information on there. Let's see if I can. Okay, so this is lemon yellow hue, this is cadmium yellow hue, and right now this is cadmium red pale hue. Hues, I believe, are when they don't use the actual mineral or whatnot that each color takes, so it's a imitation of that. But it's still, you know, for beginning and things that you're not going to really hang up or be exposing to a lot of light, they're great. This is the cadmium red hue, and this is the pale hue, this is the red hue. This is the alizarin crimson hue, crimson hue. This is the purple lake coming up. I really like these silver velvet brushes. They're a combination of real hair and synthetic hair. Squirrel hair, I believe. It's a really pretty color. Cerulean blue hue. Yeah, most of these are going to be hues because they're not going to use the actual mineral in a student grade. Ultramarine. Alright. This is Viridian. To me, also, the Cotman just seem more like actual watercolor paints. I don't really know how else to say it. I've been using the Schmincke paint since I found it. I just love it. It's got a really nice consistency, and overall they're actually not any more expensive than any other brand of paint that's professional anyways, so definitely worth the money, I think. But that's, I'm gonna work my way up. I'm starting with my lower end paints and just kind of working my way up. I want to be better at making videos by the time I get to the good stuff anyways. So that's yellow ochre. This is going to be burnt sienna. It's kind of red. I don't know. Burnt sienna. I also want to do a comparison on the Cotman watercolor versus the regular, like the professional watercolor from Cotman or from Winsor & Newton. See how much of a difference there actually is between the two. It's definitely going to be one of the videos I'd make. I just don't have, I mean, I guess I have maybe 12 colors of Winsor & Newton, but they're not like the typical red, yellow, blue that I can compare against the other colors, so I have to pick some up more like that. Alright, so there's the Cotman, the Winsor & Newton Cotman. Here's a more up close. And let's see, let's go back to the koi. So, I don't know, what do you think? I think they're very comparable, but like I said, the Winsor & Newton just has more of the watercolor transparency that you get in most professional watercolors. The koi is a little more opaque, and if that's what you're looking for, then, you know, that's probably the one to go with if you were trying to choose between the two. Here's a picture that I did, and let me move this. Alright, so here's the Winsor & Newton and here's the koi. If I can see, because I'm looking at it in person, and I can see bigger differences that maybe you'll be able to see on the video. But I definitely see a more of a, like I said, a transparency, a lightness that I can get from the Winsor & Newton that I just couldn't get from the koi. You know, obviously they're very similar, but you can still just see the lightness that I was able to achieve with the Winsor & Newton, not necessarily the koi. That's just about the difference that I find in them. The price is really similar if you're looking at the 14 piece versus the 24 piece from the Cotman and the koi. That's within $1. But if you were looking for more of a true watercolor and the way that a watercolor reacts, the Winsor & Newton is definitely the way to go. The koi, I think, would be really good for maybe people who want to stamp images and color them in with watercolor, because you do get a better coverage, and you probably don't want to spend a lot of time on little flowers if you're going to send them to cards, you know, in cards and stuff. So you get a better coverage with the koi. So that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the video or in the thing below. If you have anything to say about it, if you want to put in your 2 cents if I should do my next video on another brand of paints or on a brand of paint brushes, let me know. And have a great day. Bye.